We got some pretty incredible Master Set players in the latest HUT Millennium event in NHL 23. I thought we'd do a ranking. It's been a while since we've done one of these. Let's go through each of the Master Set players and rank them amongst each other, as well as some of the Master Set players that have come out recently. Again, I want to state, more than ever, please use your favorite cards. Whether it be your favorite players, cards you like using in the past, just because they give you the biggest competitive advantage should not be your number one priority, especially at this stage of the game in Hockey Ultimate Team. But with all that in mind, if you've got only one choice to make and you're not really particular about any of the players that were selected to be MSPs, this is the video for you. Let's go ahead and rank the first 4 MSPs. All right, we'll start down to number 4. It pains me to do this, but Joe Thornton is definitely number 4 in my book among the 4 Master Set players from week 1. That does not mean that he is not a terrific card. He gets 2 skating synergies, which bumps his acceleration and speed up to 95, and with the current changes to how skating is increased and progressed throughout the year, it looks like we're not getting 99 skaters until probably August. So 95 is going to be more than usable when you compare them to other Master Set players that have come out over the last few months. He's 6'4", 220. This is the prototype center that you want in NHL 23. He's got 99 on the draws, a very good shot, max hand stats, body checking, all of it. But what he lacks compared to the other selections that you can make is his abilities. Outside of Big Tipper, there really isn't any ability that I would recommend spending any ability points on. And if you've been watching my content this year, you know that Big Tipper isn't really necessary at all. It's just a fun ability you can throw on him. Now in NHL 22, they removed pass assist entirely, essentially, meaning that if you didn't aim your pass to the tee, lead your player, everything like that, it was really off target. In NHL 23, they turned it back on, making tape to tape and third eye pretty useless. On top of that, Send It is definitely one of the more useless abilities, because if you are trying to break the puck out from your own zone, I'd recommend shooting it out off the boards as opposed to trying to fire a pass. Big Rig does have its moments, but when you compare it to Unstoppable Force, which stays active at all times, to get Big Rig activated, you've got to hold down A and actually hold the puck out with one hand. So it depends if you are actually someone that does that a lot. But outside of his abilities, he is a perfect card. But compared to, let's say, Anze Kopitar, I just don't think there's enough of a gap to justify putting him higher in the list. But man, I love my Joe Thornton. Coming in at number 3 is the 97 Daniel Alfredsson, 5'11", 203, the right-handed winger. He's got 2 skating synergies as well as Gladiator, making him a 99 acceleration speed player. He's got essentially 99 everything outside of faceoff, so he is a pure winger. Now, normally smaller players, especially at this stage of the game, aren't really impactful because all of the gigantic players, they get skating that's jacked up into the higher 90s, and they can just throw players like Daniel Alfredsson around. However, they've done a really good job making him viable. I used his 86 overall, my no money spent team. I used all of them. They gave him gold Unstoppable Force, which makes up for a lot of the deficiency when it comes to his size. He's got silver close quarters, and that combo is one of the best in the game. Close quarters is a broken ability in my opinion, and once you get above the face-off dots, it activates. You don't need to be in the crease, and it allows you to get a perfect shot regardless of the puck pickup. If you've been using, let's say, Team of the Season, Connor Bedard, for example, with Gold Unstoppable Force, he's actually been pretty good at holding onto the puck, unless you're getting crushed by like Oliver Mebus and things like that, and you just got to use your skating to move around him. So I wouldn't be scared that he's way too small to make your team, all of that. This is definitely a viable card that you can use for the rest of the game. Plus, it's Daniel Alfredsson. Have some fun. This is a sick card. Look at the card art. Coming in at number 2 is one of the best brothers from NHL 22. It's the 97 Adam Foote, 6'2", 220. He's got gold truculence, silver stick him up, seeing eye, and shutdown. But all you really need is truculence. I think the thing that sets him apart from all of the other MSPs, especially the HUT Heroes, as well as the Stanley Cup playoff event right-handed defenseman, is that because of the 2 skating synergies, he gets up to 96 speed and acceleration, on top of the fact of having gold truculence. He's 6'2", so he can still use stick him up pretty effectively. I've talked about this in the past. I think stick him up because pochecks just don't seem to knock the puck far enough away when everyone has 99 offensive awareness. They just, they pick them back up. But when you have a player that's big enough to make his radius a lot further than players that are under 6 foot, for example, it's definitely a viable option for you. If you were looking to, let's say, replace Jeff Bookaboom, if you wanted to do a trade-in and you had a big right-handed defenseman slot open up for you high in your lineup, this Adam Foote card is going to be fantastic. I've loved Adam Foote cards in the past, and this one is built almost perfectly. And then coming in at number 1 is the 97 Jerome McGinley. There's a couple reasons why I think he's the best of the bunch. Number 1, lineup flexibility. So unlike Daniel Alfredsson, who has no face-off rating at all, Jerome McGinley gets up to 94 with the help of distributor, which makes him more than viable down the middle. So you're not just locked into having him play right-handed wing. On top of that, he's almost maxed out skating. You can't really get much closer. 98 acceleration, 97 speed. You're nitpicking if you're comparing to 99 skaters, for example. Everything else that's important is essentially maxed. And then when you combine the fact that he's got gold close quarters and silver unstoppable force, you've got a perfect meta card. On top of that, he's got some other really fun abilities. Obviously, you can throw truculence on him, as well as total eclipse. I think Big Rig might be a little over the top because you've got silver unstoppable force. But nonetheless, all of these cards look incredible, and I've been using the 86s in my no money spent lineup, and they have been fine. Like, I cannot wait to get all of these cards maxed out. Now, a couple things to remember, guys. This is only the first week, and it does look like there is going to be 2 different 95 overall MSPs that will require you to trade in all 8 of the 86 overall MSPs from this event. This is a unique event. It has not been done before. So what I would do is, before rushing out and upgrading any of these cards, I would wait and see what week 2 has in store, because we're going to get 4 new Master Set players and the ability to trade in for 2 95 overall MSPs that can go up to 98. We don't know who those players are just yet. So what I would do is just get all 4 of the week 1 Master Set players by doing the dashboard trick and saving yourself some collectibles. And if you don't know how to do that trick, go watch my video going over the MSPs and the full event details. I walk you through step by step how to do that. It'll save yourself about 40,000 coins. But regardless, this has been a fantastic event. I can't wait to see who the week 2 MSPs are, and I'll be sure to do another ranking once all of those have been released. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.